All right, let's get into it. How to manifest. Now, I ain't writing nothing to sit down. It's off the dome because I live it, I embodied it, and I'm experiencing it. So please work with me and we will find a process. But we're gonna tell you how to manifest, and not just manifest, something or some singular desire, right? This is really for people who are trying to manifest a whole dream reality. Now, this process work no matter what you're trying to manifest, whether that's money, love, health, beauty. See, it's all the same, right? But and then we're gonna specifically show you how to manifest really everything in the one reality, one package. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you want a new job, you want to fall in love, and you want to build an empire. This is the video for you. You're not just trying to create one source of happiness in your life. You're trying to create the life that you will be happy in. So that's what we're gonna manifest. We're gonna manifest an entire life. And maybe that's not what you need. Just take what you need and leave what you don't. Take what you need, leave what you don't. So how to manifest? Well, first, what do you want to manifest? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why do you want to manifest it? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people mess up manifesting because what they've identified is something that they want, right? But they haven't identified why they want that thing, right? So let's say you're trying to manifest love, right? It's not because you actually want a partner in some cases, right? It's to fill an emotional void in your heart. You know what I'm saying? So you're not manifesting the love because you're not manifesting from love. You're manifesting from a lack of love, right? You're trying to manifest money. It's not because you have the money that you try to manifest. It's because you have a lack of that money. You see what I'm saying? Let me double back. Where we at? So, manifesting your dream reality. So figure out what it is that you really want. What it is that, like, if you could ask God for anything and everything that you actually want, and not just stuff that you can't have because you can't have anything. What is the life that you would generally have? You might take a few minutes to think about it. Pause the video if you need to. Now, what you really need is wealth. So I could talk you through how to manifest love, but you're not going to be able to really grow and enjoy and love in that love if you're not personally fulfilled in your own individual life. So if you don't feel fulfilled in your personal business and finances, then that's going to create blockages in manifesting love, right? If you want to manifest health and beauty and fitness, see what I'm saying? But you can't afford a gym membership, how are you going to do the work? So what you really want to manifest is wealth, right? And this is for people who dream big. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to manifest being rich. That don't make no sense. I mean, you can, a lot of lottery players, they've been hundreds of millions or thousands, but then they broke the next year. So part of manifesting is identifying a why. It's identifying a vision. It's identifying, what it is you actually want to do with this wealth. How does this wealth contribute to your health and well-being? And how can you leverage this wealth to build your community and invest in people around you that's also on the same trajectory as you, or maybe not. So what it is that you actually want to do with this wealth. What the hell do you want wealth for? So I'm saying there's got to be a reason. There's got to be frictions in your life that you want to relieve with wealth. And there's got to be love that you want to contribute to the cosmos and your friends and your family with wealth. So you want to manifest sustainable wealth, right? Now, this technique, it's going to work best for people they don't have no job. See what I'm saying? Having a job is stressful. Having to go to work is stressful. You know what I'm saying? So while this work for anybody, this is really best if you 20 to 25 and you stay at home with your parents and you don't have a job. And you can devote full 100% time, attention, and awareness to achieving your dream reality. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say you need a job, and let's say you gotta work to earn your living. You can still do this. You can still do this. It's gonna work the exact same. It's just gonna require a little extra work. It's gonna require extra work on your end because you gotta work on surviving and you gotta work on building. See what I'm saying? We got the same 24 hours in a day. So while a lot of people find glory in working and making a living, you see what I'm saying? People that come from wealth continue building wealth. See what I'm saying? So if you don't have to struggle, your parents was wealthy and you got a safe environment and atmosphere where you can grow, learn, work on yourself, and develop your vision and act on your vision, and you can do all that without having to pay rent, don't pay no fucking rent. You're not gonna go from, there's no linear path from working a job to being a billionaire or a millionaire. It's not. I mean, there are linear paths. It's just, it's not accessible. Whereas you can use the power of yourself to go from in debt or broke to a millionaire in a very non-linear fashion. So that's what this is going to be about. It's about manifesting wealth so that you can manifest really falling in love with yourself, falling in love with life, falling in love with the universe, falling in love with the romantic partner, falling in love with your wealth, falling in love with your abundance. So this is how we're gonna start. So now that we got the intro out the way, time to get into the actual technique, right? So a lot of people, they mess up, right? Just doing the affirmations and the visualizations. This is a great technique. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta have the right affirmations. You gotta have the right visualization technique. And I'm gonna suggest that you focus this, in the 15 minutes when you wake up, 20 minutes when you wake up, and 20 minutes before you go to bed. And for the rest of the day, just focus on what it is that you want, what it is in your desired reality. And you can think about all these things that you want, because it probably, if you're anything like me, it's a lot that you want. You know what I'm saying? It's not just love. It's not just money. It's not just a career. It's not just a community. It's all of that integrated into one holistic lifestyle. So rule number one, you gotta have a vision. And I encourage you, dream as big as you want to, but it's no reason to dream bigger than you want to, right? Because that's more work that don't get you. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't really want to be a trillionaire, that's not what you're interested in. It's kind of just money, right? Then don't focus on manifesting that. It's too much fucking energy to manifest the vision that you want, right? The money you come to fulfill the vision. You don't need the money for the vision. The vision needs the money. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta have a vision. You gotta have a clear vision of everything you want. And I would go as far as to do long term. So out of your life, what is the ultimate lifestyle that you eventually want to build to, and what's the intermediate lifestyle where you would feel most comfortable building to that? You see what I'm saying? So if you want a massive mansion and a lake house and a bunch of land, you see what I'm saying? That's the end goal. See what I'm saying? But so you want to have that part of your reality, but you also want to have, you know, something where you can have enough comfort to build to that reality in a relaxed state. So manifesting that space, if you need, it's gonna be part of that reality. So rule number one: identify your vision and purpose and mission. That's gonna keep you grounded throughout this whole process. So this really step number zero. Step number zero, you have the vision of what you desire, right? Step one, we're gonna do our visualizations and affirmations. So affirmations and visualizations. Now, there's probably like a million motherfucking techniques on these, and you might also like subliminals or something else. Whatever your manifestation technique is here, this is how you create the reality, right? This is how you create the reality. It starts in the mind, right? So let's take our wealth example. We're trying to manifest wealth, right? So that means in your mind you're thinking, I don't have wealth. I need wealth. This is what you're thinking. You're thinking, I need wealth. I need wealth. I need wealth. I need wealth. That's the loop that's going on in your brain. You see what I'm saying? That's why you're trying to manifest wealth. Nobody that has wealth is trying to manifest wealth. So when you're saying, I need wealth, I need wealth, I need wealth, I need wealth, what you're really saying is, I don't have wealth. 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 We tracking? Right? So that is essentially in your blank, unrefined state, these are the affirmations you're telling yourself. And when something triggers your mind to think about money, and your immediate instinct is, I need money because I don't have money, that is what you're affirming to yourself. That is the affirmation. The affirmation is, I don't have money. I don't have money. I don't have money. Right? So start with I don't have. But now we want to change this. This is transmutation. This is alchemy of thoughts. See what I'm saying? These are the thoughts you created. I don't have. So therefore, they're the thoughts that you receive. I don't have. Right? So now we're going to create. Now that we're aware of how we've been functioning from a state of I don't have. Now we got awareness. And in that awareness, we can't simply just destroy I don't have. We got to replace it with a new thought, a new belief. So now we're going to create what we want. Right now, here's where a lot of people mess up. And it's part of the process too. They'll say, well, I am receiving wealth. You see what I'm saying? That is the next logical step. To say I don't have to I am receiving. Right? But what's that the same as? If I am receiving, that means that I don't have. So you're saying I am receiving means that I don't already have it. I don't already have it. I don't already have it. So you're still saying I don't have, right? But now you're receiving different thoughts. Instead of receiving I don't have, or instead of receiving I don't have wealth or I need money, now you're saying I am receiving wealth. I am gonna get money. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the same thing. You're still saying I don't have it. So the final progress in your mental alchemy or transmutation process is I have. So these are the affirmations that uh, you want to hear. So when something triggers you to think about money, after you affirm to yourself enough, I have wealth, you remind yourself, I have wealth. Every time a thought, something triggers in your mind to think about wealth, either A, you'll say, I have wealth automatically without thinking about it, or you'll default to the old frequency, which was I need wealth or I need money. And that's just when you softly remind yourself, oh, wait, I already have it. I already have it. You see what I'm saying? That's part of the process. Part of the process is catching those thoughts of the old, the lack, the need of, catching those thoughts and replacing them with I have. And then over a few days or, maybe more, maybe less, you'll naturally start to receive thoughts of I have. I have wealth. I have abundance. I have love. Right? So that's it. That's manifestation. You see what I'm saying? Once you started to receive the thoughts of I have, you've created the reality. That's it. You've created the reality of I have. So once you receive the thoughts of I have wealth, you now live in a reality where you have wealth. You see what I'm saying? You have successfully manifested the reality. Right? Now you can see yourself doing it. Right? And the other part of this technique is the visualization. Right? So you can combine these, use one or the other, or it doesn't really matter. But you want to get into a deep, relaxed state with some breathing and stuff. 10 to 40 minutes of breathing, and then you want to start your visualizing. So you probably want to start this when you get to like the hypnagogic state. That's like when you're about to fall asleep, your body starts tingling and vibrating. That way your body is most receptive to programming. That when your mind is most receptive to programming, and when you're in deeply relaxed states. That's why your parents have such a huge real estate in the way that you think. It's because they was consciously and subconsciously programming your being while you was a baby. Most of what you are, most of what you think is defined within the first 2 years of your life before you even, have recollection or memory, because all you're doing is sleeping and eating and you're relaxed the whole time. Or you're stressed, and that's going mess up your consciousness in other ways. But yeah, anyway, what I'm saying, you want to get into a relaxed state where you can program your mind yourself. Right? Program your mind yourself. And so in this relaxed state, you want to visualize a scene of having received what it is that you're trying to manifest. So if that's your desired reality with wealth, abundance, love, a career you love, all the other shit, you want to visualize someone that's close to you or important to you making a comment on, congratulating you on having achieved your wildest dreams. You got to really imagine it, right? So you want to imagine them making a comment and physical contact between you in some way. Like a high five, a handshake, a hug, pat on the back, something like that. And so you want to visualize as much detail as you can and be really intentional about the scene you're at, the setting, what kind of attire You know, if there's a certain type of attire that symbolizes to you what you're reaching for without it feeling like a costume, or certain colors that reaffirm certain values. So, you know, if you're trying to manifest love, for example, you might wear green clothing in that visualization, and your friend or whoever's congratulating you, they might be wearing purple, you know, symbolizing a connection to divine or inner knowing. You see what I'm saying? And then the final part of this is you want to feel the emotions. You want to feel the emotions deeply. What are you feeling at that time? Is it accomplishment? Is it love? Is it happiness? Unbridled joy? The desire to cry, you know, happy tears of joy. You want to really let yourself accept and experience those feelings, and remind yourself through this visualization as you're looping. Keep the loop short. You know, let them say the comment, let them make physical contact with you, and feel the emotions, and let it loop. But the whole time you're looping it, remind yourself this is real. This is real. You don't normally remind yourself in waking life that is real because you see it every day, but you wanna remind yourself in those moments like that. That's just as real as, if not more real than in any other moment. That is what's gonna serve your highest goal. That's what's gonna serve your highest goal, is understanding it. That vision of looping is real, of having received it, living in the end. That's what they call it. Live in the end. So your visualizations will be from the end, your affirmations from the end. And after that, you've manifested. You manifested, but this is where a lot of people mess up. They don't see nothing change. Everything's the same in their reality. You know what I'm saying? They didn't immediately get a call. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe nobody else do that. Like when you try to manifest something, you like think you're gonna get a call in or something. Like, I don't know where that come from. Like, it don't make sense to me either. But you know, be looking for a call. Yeah. But yeah, nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? You don't automatically get a call for a new job, or you don't have like a random relative just like suddenly die. Like, you know, that's not really how manifestation works. Right? You created the reality. That's how manifestation works. It happens in an instant. It happens in an instant. You don't even notice. Everything happens in an instant. The rest is the fucking work. Yeah. The rest is the work. The rest is the work. The rest is the work. So, you know, 0 is division, right? 1, you create. The numbers tell a story. I know the numbers tell a story. 0 is blank slate. That's clean. That's ripe to grow. You see what I'm saying? It's a seed to plant, right? 1, affirmation. That's you planted the seed, right? 2, shit. Do nothing. Shoot. Let's see. Yeah. The next step, you don't do nothing. Cause what you gotta do for? You already created the reality. You already created the reality. You ain't gotta do shit. You don't have to. Matter of fact, if you was trying hard, you probably try hard in this state. You probably try hard. You was probably trying real hard, reciting affirmations like, yes, I'm gonna do it. Yes, I'm gonna do it. And you in the visualizations like, I gotta get this right. I gotta get this perfect. You're trying real hard, right? But once you start receiving them thoughts that I have abundance, I have wealth, you ain't gotta try hard no more. That's it. It's done, right? Fucking do nothing, right? So, but this do nothing, it's not do nothing passive, right? It's not do nothing passive. This do nothing is do nothing active. This is actively relaxing, right? And like I said, this gonna work best if you ain't got no job. It's gonna work best if you ain't got no job. Because you can focus on exercising, you can focus on meditating, you can focus on learning, building your hobbies, brainstorming, generating ideas, but not because you have to go achieve your reality. You see what I'm saying? But just because you live in a reality where these are the things you do to take care of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because you're a wealthy person, your health is very important to you. Your time is very important to you. So every moment you can get to relax and build yourself at the same time, this is the state you want to live in. You want to live in a state of taking a bath and deep breaths. You want to live in a state of, you know, doing exercise, you know, to relax, and not because you're trying to chase some dream body. You're in the dream. I mean, this is the same thing with fitness. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get your dream body, all you gotta do is recognize that you live in your dream body. All you gotta do is wake up and go get it. That's it. That's it. So when you go to the gym, you don't have to work real hard. Like, oh man, I need to get to this. You see what I'm saying? You just in the gym because that's what you do. That's how you build a sustainable habit and build to your dream body. Some people go hard in the gym because that's just what they like to do. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't go hard in the gym. I'm not saying go easy in the gym. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying go to the gym in a way that's sustainable. And everybody want to mow their lawn today. Everybody want to mow their lawn today. Can y'all even hear me? Whatever. I'm going to just talk louder. Right? Oh, do nothing. Right? This is an active do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Actively relax. Actively rest. Actively sleep. Actively eat. And then when you eat, you know, think, what do I need right now? What does my body need? Do I need to go walk, move around? Do I need to, you know, just lie down, take a few minutes, listen to some relaxing music? You see what I'm saying? Half of 90% of manifestation is living relaxed, knowing that you manifested. That's it. You ain't doing nothing but receiving right here. That's two. That two, receive. That's the feminine. That the receive. All right, let's move on. So now that we manifest your reality, now that we receive in them thoughts, right? Next we're gonna do how to create, right? Three like baby Jesus. You see what I'm saying? If this Joseph and this Mary, right? 3 is baby Jesus. That's creation, right? You got the mother, you got the father. This is the child. This is how we nourish. This is how we nourish our desired reality, right? So in step two, when you get comfortable doing nothing and being relaxed, knowing that everything coming, that's when ideas come to you, right? That's when you receive your plan. That's when you're not trying to make a plan, when you know that it's already gonna come to you, like I can chill, I can relax. Somehow that's when it's like, whoa, that's a good idea. So that's when you make your plan, right? Right. So this might be a business plan, a branding plan. There might be a plan for how you're gonna learn, a plan for how you're gonna start your wealth, a plan for where you want to grow your wealth to, a plan for how you want to use that wealth to invest in your community. Yeah, so when you start doing nothing, when you say, oh shit, I manifested, like I'm done, like I don't have to do nothing, let me go take care of myself, let me go take a shower, like then you already think this is always on your mind. Your desired reality is just what you're tuned your mind to. And what you tune your mind to, that's all you fucking think about. So you don't have to go try and think. You don't have to go try and make a plan. You don't have to go try and find your dream career. You don't have to go try and find your dream love. Like, that's just what you think about. So in your free time, because all you have is free time now. All you have is free time now that you have everything you want. Now that you have everything you want and it's nothing you gotta go get. Now all you gotta do is motherfucking relax. But in that relaxing, that's when you receive insight. That's when you receive intuition. That's when you receive wisdom. You'll be receiving plans. You'll be receiving what it is that you actually want. You know what I'm saying? You might have this vision, but now you got a plan for engaging with this vision. See what I'm saying? So that's 2. Do nothing. 3 is time to create. You see what I'm saying? Cause now you got your voice that you got like and 3, create, because you want to consume and create. You see what I'm saying? Because so let's say you want to go into aviation. I don't know. You like airplanes. You see what I'm saying? And you want to make $1 billion somehow making money with aviation, airplanes. You see what I'm saying? And you know that poor people don't buy airplanes, nor do poor people have to worry about aviation. You see what I'm saying? So what are the problems of businesses and rich people related to aviation and airplanes? You see what I'm saying? You already know the answer. You see what I'm saying? But now it's about engaging with the field, right? So because you don't have a job, or maybe you do, but now this your extra full-time job is learning, sharing, and creating. This is 3. This is creation. You see what I'm saying? So how do you grow in this field where you're gonna make millions of dollars in selling some product to rich people in high volume and high price? And how you gonna use that money to invest your wealth and grow for your community? Well, first you need to be an expert on what this field has to offer. So you're gonna wanna develop a daily plan within your relaxing to engage with content creators, engage with newsletters in the field of aviation and business. You want to use that time to meaningfully engage with social media posts. So you can call social media the devil because it wastes your time and hijack your brain, or you can use social media to reaffirm your frequency, and you can curate your algorithm and the people you follow and the posts you engage with to always come back to your desired reality, your vision. So you'll follow aviation and business posts on Instagram, do the same on Reddit. And so maybe spend, find 3 to 5 posts a day on any one or all of these platforms and actually meaningfully engage with it. Think about it. Write down your thoughts, your perceptions. Maybe find some way to share it, whether that's a blog or a vlog or a social media post where you or LinkedIn posts where you take in the information and you provide some meaningful input and you share that with the world for free, because it reaffirmed to you what's already on your mind. It reaffirmed to you that you're already on the journey of somebody that's manifested this $1 billion idea. You see what I'm saying? Those type of people, they engage with that content. It's what they love. They love aviation. They love wealth. They love those things. So they engage with those posts. They engage with it because it's meaningful to them, and they engage with it meaningful. It's not. You ever had a writing assignment in school where you had to engage with the post and write about it, and you got your grade. You see what I'm saying? But you didn't really care, right? This is not something to check the box. This is just something that you do in your free time. There's no deadline. It's not a deadline. So stay relaxed. It's not a deadline. You just, this was interesting, right? So you want to do that with social media. You want to learn as much as you can, because even though you manifested this dream reality and you are an expert, be humble, nigga. There's still a lot to learn. And it's probably a lot that you want to learn anyways. So, professional certifications and courses, that might be great. That might be part of the goal or desired plan. But it might not be where you at right now. It might not be where you're at right now. So right now, just learn what you can for free on YouTube. Free webinars, Zoom meetings. It's a bunch of people with a bunch of information that they just like you. They sharing this information not because it directly makes them money, but because it reaffirms to them the reality that they live in, and that's how they make their money. You see what I'm saying? So you probably not even a client. You probably just the affirmation to them that they on the right path. I'm gonna keep it real with you, gang. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So use that wealth of information, to your benefit. Use it to your benefit to grow in yourself, to grow in the field, to interact with the field, and learn from them people that's teaching you. They don't sell to you. They sell to people that got fucking money. And right now, you got wealth, but you ain't got no fucking money. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So, interact with classes, engage with posts, YouTube courses, stuff like that. And then, not only do you want to absorb this information, reflect on it, document it, detail it, and, add it to your things that you have knowledge and wisdom about, but you want to create for others too. You know what I'm saying? You can't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? You got all this wisdom, all this knowledge. Like, you done lived how many years of your life? Probably like 20 to who know how many by now. And you got all, you can't keep it to yourself, gang. That's selfish. It's selfish. So by creating for others, not only, you providing, you doing three things. You helping other people grow. You helping yourself by teaching and by reaffirming to you what you already know. And you interacting with your desired reality, right? So you want to create for others. You want to take what others made, right? You want to think about it, reflect on it, and now you want to add on. You want to take the money, right, and then double it and give it to the next person. You see what I'm saying? You want to take the wisdom, double it, give it to the next person, right? So that three, right? Creative. And from forward, the rest really just building your plan, or I guess acting out your plan. You see what I'm saying? Acting out your plan. So 4, building. It's the hard work. But the hard work is just 2 and 3. You're relaxing and creating and learning. You're relaxing, and then eventually it'll be cyclical, right? It'll be cyclical. So while you're building, then five, that's a milestone. Five, that's where you get to the point where you say, oh shit, like it actually manifested into 3D. Like before you was just doing the work every day, right? 5 is, all right, this tangible, this on the ground. It might not be where it's gonna be, but it's at a start where there's something tangible been manifested. So, if you manifesting a warehouse, you know what I'm saying? This might look like a office. You see what I'm saying? But you're taking the steps. You're building the traction. You're hitting the ground running. You see what I'm saying? This is momentum. That's what 5 is. 6, that's gonna be growing pains. It's gonna be growing pains because you're gonna get to a point in the development where it's now reaching the state to where the small office space or initial manifestation, you outgrown it. You outgrown it, right? 7 is expansion, right? So you had the growing pains. It was something tough. It's something straining, right? 7 is relieving of that strain. 7 is relieving of that strain. And expansion into something bigger. 8, it's gonna be abundance. 8 is now, we made it. 8 is, we made it, right? It's actually a money generating entity. 9 is gonna be a transition. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like 6 and 9 very similar. 6 is growing pain, 9 is transition. Now that we built to abundance, 9, transition. 10, evolution. And that cycle gonna repeat, because once you get to 10, like you're gonna have another vision of where you want to progress to. And you're gonna have affirmations and visualizations. So this instantaneous manifestation process, it don't look like this, right? It look like this. It'll keep spiraling and spiraling, constantly getting wide. So the pot of gold is start off small. It might start out as nothing, right? But it's gonna cyclically expand in periods of boom and bust cycles. That's how you build wealth. Nobody build wealth. Nobody build wealth like this. Nah, it's not how it works. You don't just go from here and then expand. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna cyclically boom and bust. But the bubble gonna get bigger and bigger and big. Yeah, that's how you build wealth. Evolution. Each one of these that evolution. Boom. That's it. Manifested wealth for y'all boys. Manifested wealth. So we're gonna end with, how you stay engaged through this process. Right? So this how you stay engaged through this manifestation process, right? So every time you have a thought from the old reality of I don't have, or I lack, or I need, this how you redirect yourself, right? We're gonna use the chakras as an analogy. as a metaphor. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna start with our root chakra, right? You know, see this I am, right? This I am right now. You see what I'm saying? Right now. It don't matter what's happening in 3D, right? When I close my eyes and I vision it, it's happening right now. So you might receive, I need money, or other words, I don't have money. You see what I'm saying? Then the affirmation to yourself is, I am having wealth. Yeah, I have wealth. I am a wealthy person. I am an abundant person, right? Imagine yourself with that wealth and the abundance, and then remind yourself that you are that person that you just fucking imagined. You are. You are. I am. I am already. There's nothing I need to achieve before that's real. You know what I'm saying? You think a billionaire needs to go withdraw $1 million from the bank to declare that he a billionaire? No, the nigga don't. He don't need to do that. He already got the wealth. He don't need no external validation. There's no random call he's gonna get. It's gonna be like, all right, you have now. You are wealthy. Nah. He just is. You see what I'm saying? I just am. You see what I'm saying? That our root chakra. That going eliminate all the blockages and self-doubt. You see what I'm saying? But we gotta take it one step further, right? Because you can say that I am a billionaire, but if you don't feel like, or you can say I am wealthy, but if you don't feel like you're wealthy, then you ain't creating a wealthy individual or a wealthy reality. All you're doing is creating cognitive dissonance. So even though you're saying I am wealthy, but you don't feel wealthy, you ain't doing shit. All you did was manifest cognitive dissonance. You're welcome. So next step, I feel. So how you affirm yourself, I feel? You gotta feel wealthy. If you're trying to manifest wealth, right? You say I am wealthy. Or you trying to manifest love, you say I am in love. Now you gotta feel like it. And everything you do, everything you say, everything you think, it gotta be from a place of, oh shit, I do feel in love. I do feel in love. Well, wait, I feel in love with my wealth too. I feel madly in love with my wealth. I feel so happy that I made it. I'm overrun with joy at all this wealth and abundance I've created. Like, you gotta actually feel it. Like, you can say those things, right? But you have to create the feeling. Like, it's just like acting. I don't know, take an acting class online or something, or watch a YouTube video. But the principles of acting is very spiritual. I don't care what nobody say. The principles of acting is just like manifestation. All you're doing is you're creating a character, but you're the character. You're creating what you want to feel. You're creating what you want to think. And that's what actors do. They create the character. They get the lines. You see what I'm saying? You was born into the body. You get the body. You see what I'm saying? You get the lore. You get the backstory. But the rest is complete creation. How you decide to show up of that character is entirely the actor's decision. They just were selected for the role. You were selected for this role of your life. You were selected for this role. A lot of motherfuckers line up, a lot of spirits trying to get into that body. And you got it. You see what I'm saying? But now the actor, you, has to do the work. And you have to create the reality. You got to create the reality. You got to create the character. Creating character is realizing what you are and how you feel. So if you are wealthy, then you got to feel wealthy. What does you being wealthy feel like? Not what does a wealthy person feel like. What does you being wealthy feel like in your desired reality? And then create the feelings. create the emotions, live there, live in every day. That's like what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you eat a cheeseburger, you eating a cheeseburger like a billionaire would. You don't care. See what I'm saying? You eating that cheeseburger like a billionaire, like you a billionaire that's eating a cheeseburger. Yeah, yeah. I know. You probably think billionaire probably like eat like fancy restaurants all the time. Like they might do. But I bet he still like eat a cheeseburger and be like, man, that was a good cheeseburger. Like, cause at this point, it's not about the money. It's about the feeling. It's about your time. You see what I'm saying? It's about your time. You wealthy people don't spend money for the sake of spending money. That's not how wealth works. Wealthy people spend money for an investment in their joy and their time. So if eating that cheeseburger brings joy to you, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be a fancy cheeseburger. It should be a regular goddamn cheeseburger. But because you're a billionaire, it feels like the perfect cheeseburger. That's exactly what you wanted. You're not eating that cheeseburger because you're too poor to afford a better one. You can, but that's the one you want. You feel like this is a good cheeseburger. Anyway, I'm off the soapbox about the cheeseburger. I feel it's important. Right. Right. Three, we got your third chakra, your what that is? Your solar plexus. Right. This your I do. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be a real similar energy to the creation that we said earlier. So by interacting with content, creating with content, learning, growing, attending classes, building, getting your investment, you know, these are the things that's aligned within the wealth that you building. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So if you go to a job and that's not part of your desired reality, that's just what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? This part of your story. You see what I'm saying? I was flipping cheeseburgers at McDonald's, but now I'm wealthy. You see what I'm saying? So even you flip cheeseburgers like somebody that's not gonna be flipping cheeseburgers forever. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So everything you do, it gotta be from, you know, I do it like I'm wealthy. I do it like I'm wealthy. Right. Next be a heart. You see what I'm saying? Your heart. So I love. Every part of this process should be rooted in love. You could think about it very romantically. You could think about it that's how I do it. You see what I'm saying? But that's me though. I think about the world through a sexual romantic lens. I think about the relationship between romantic relationships as an analogy or an analog for the relationship that you have with God, or a relationship that you have with humanity, or the relationship that you have with yourself. Right? You heard self-love. Self-love is the best love. You see what I'm saying? So even business relationships, I think about that through love. And when you think about your mission, your purpose, like, it should be because there's something out there that you love. It's something out there that you love, something so much that you just want a space for it to exist. Right. So in building your wealth, it's not because you're running from a life of being broke. That's not it. It's not a life of scarcity. This is running towards the life that we do want. It's running towards the life that we do want. It's running towards the light that we want to share. It's running towards the love that we just have for being. The love we have for being ourselves. The love we have for existing within this matrix and being able to create something. The love we have for the opportunity to exist. That's really all it is. It's love. It's all love. So you can think about it like a romantic relationship. So you fall in love with your desired reality, and that's going to translate across all areas of your life. You're going to fall in love with your body. You're going to fall in love with your partner. You're going to fall in love with your career. You're going to fall in love with the whole universe. Like everything is going to reaffirm to you love. Everything. It's very, very romantic. You got to riz up the universe. When you riz up the universe riz you up back. I promise. Yeah, read The Art of Seduction. You gotta seduce the universe, and part of seduction is not being needy. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you chase a girl or your preferred partner, they don't ever like that. I don't know why. I don't ever like that. Like your body, logically, like your mind thinks like, oh, if I chase them, then I'll get it. But then reality is that like they just feel that you're needy and they don't want to give it to you. The same way with the universe. You don't want to chase your desired reality because you're needy. The universe don't like that. You want to chase you want to attract your desired reality because you have so much love to offer it. Yeah, it couldn't possibly say no. Yeah. So love and everything you do. Right. Then you got you got your throat chakra. Yeah. I say. So the Yoga Sutras, they talk about, to say something like it always got to be in truth and love. If you ain't got something that's both truth to say and love to say, don't say it at all. If you can say it if it's true, but if it ain't in love, then that's cruel. And you can say something that's in love, but if it ain't in truth, then that's also cool, just the other way. So, and you can hold space for empathy and reverence for the human experience and love for interaction, and it still always be true. And you can say something that's true, and it might not be what people want to hear. It might not be necessarily nice, but you can say it in love, with love, from love, and for love. See what I'm saying? So what you say is very important. Even in me creating a video, this is identification with this principle. You gotta say the truth. You can't be selfish. You can't hold it to yourself. You gotta be selfless. You gotta share it with even if nobody else watches the video. Even if nobody else watch, even if I'm the audience, I'm the only person to come back to this video, and I'm the audience, but I get something from it. But I created it for the universe, and whoever needed it or watched it, that's who got it. That's all that matters. That's out of your hands. They ain't got nothing you control over. Shoot, you got so much. What you worried about trying to make content for money for? You got all this wealth. All you doing is making content because you got time to share the content. Because you got so much wealth to share and knowledge to share that you'd be wrong to withhold it. So you should just say it because it's not gonna mess up your money. It ain't no money you're not gonna get withholding the truth. You see what I'm saying? And when your truth is rooted in truth and love, and you know that you know who your target market audience is and how you can provide for them and get money from them, then you can make videos for free saying the exact same shit you tell them. Saying the exact same shit, except us broke niggas, we got time to peruse the fucking internet and watch videos. Us wealthy niggas, we don't. We'll just pay somebody to tell us exactly what we need to know. You're the expert. I ain't got time to watch all these goddamn YouTube videos. So just make for broke people for free. Yeah. Share it in love, share it in light, share it in truth. That's your duty. See what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get none of the physical shit. You ain't doing your work. You ain't doing your duty. These spiritual duties, you gotta share that. Yeah, the internet good for us, cause now we all got a platform where we can share and say in truth and love. But they also use that against us. They be using that against us. They proliferate in mass misinformation. But I'm gonna digress. All right, so now we got our throat chakra. What we say. Now then what we see. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't get. I was trying to get like the two petal lotus. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It kind of looked like an eye. Anyway, I see. You see what I'm saying? So in everything you do, you should see this wealth that you manifested. You know what I'm saying? When you close your eyes, you should see it. When you open your eyes, you should see it. When you just feeling, you should see the feeling. You see what I'm saying? When you visualizing, you're literally affirming to yourself, yeah, I see the vision. I see the goal. I see the desired reality. What you see is real. What you see is real. You see what I'm saying? And with your two eyes, you see like 0.00035% of reality. The visible light spectrum is like this small, and the light spectrum is like that big. Like, 'cause it encompasses more than just visible light. So when you close your eyes and your senses to the physical world, and you open yourself to seeing from the infinite world of your imagination, that seeing is more real. That seeing is more real. It's still seeing. So you want to see. So even in your physical reality, you might see the whiteboard, right? And I'm seeing the whiteboard that's in my reality of building generational wealth and abundance and love and happiness and joy. Yeah. The whiteboard part of my desired reality. This is what I see it as. You know what I'm saying? Even the video, this is part of the desired reality, the manifestation. You're welcome. And finally, we got I know. Yeah, I know. And that gonna ground you in all of these. That gonna ground you in all of these. Because once you start receiving the thoughts that I'm in my desired reality, and I am wealthy, and I am abundant, right? I am. Yeah. Once you start, now you know. Everything come back to I know I'm wealthy. Everything come back to I know I'm in my desired reality. Everything come back to I know. So even when you see shit that quote unquote don't align with what you think you should see. So if you wealthy and you think you should see a Mercedes Benz in your driveway, you see what I'm saying? Or a Rolls Royce. Yeah, a Rolls Royce. Yeah. So if you think, if I'm wealthy, I should see a Rolls Royce in my driveway, and you look in your driveway and you don't see a Rolls Royce, that means you ain't wealthy, right? So why would you draw that criterion for yourself? You see what I'm saying? So you should see a driveway that is ripe with potential for a Rolls Royce, because nigga, you're wealthy. You don't have to get a Rolls Royce to prove that you're wealthy. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to, unless you want to, in which case you're going to have to wait till you got a Rolls Royce to be wealthy, in which case you'll never be wealthy enough for a Rolls Royce. I digress, because you got to know. You see what I'm saying? So when I see my driveway, I know that this is where I started to build to my wealth. I know. I don't have to question it. Like, I don't have to see anything. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to believe anything. I just know. Like, I know because I'm doing all the steps. I know because I'm living the life. I'm embodying that life. I know. So whatever you think is the requirement for you to be wealthy, it'll be true. It'll be true. So if you say I'm wealthy right now, that'll be true. But if you say I won't be wealthy until I receive XYZ, then that'll also be true. And you might never receive XYZ. So you'll always be right. You'll always be right not being wealthy. You'll always be right. And now, do you want to be right or you want to be wealthy? And you ain't got to choose. You could do both. You could be right and you could be wealthy. But only if you say, I am wealthy. But that's it. That's how you manifest. That's how you manifest. That's how you manifest wealth. But, that's how you manifest the rest too. And so career, you want you a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, or a husband or a wife or whatever you're into. No judgment here. Career, job, love, wealth. Yeah, this your ideal body. You want to fall in love with yourself. This how you manifest it. This the full process. This the full guide. You don't need nothing else. You could use other stuff. You see what I'm saying? You could use other stuff because that's gonna keep you in the frequency. Excuse me. It's gonna keep you in the frequency of thinking about your desired reality. Right. So it's not that this video alone ain't gonna help you, but the video alone is enough to help you. You see what I'm saying? The rest of the video, that just to keep you thinking about it, to keep you in that frequency, to keep reminding yourself that you are in that desired reality of wealth and abundance, that you are in that desired reality of love, that you are in that desired reality of all the other shit that you want in your life to make you happy. Shit, once you're happy, you realize you see all that shit around you, then the wealth just comes because you already had it. All you did was live in alignment. That's it. That's how you manifest. But that's how you manifest. So a lot of places they tell you step one in manifestation, which is the affirmations. They don't tell you how to receive it. They don't tell you how to embody it. They might tell you to receive it. They might tell you to embody it. But this how you manifest, how you realize that you manifest it, how you receive it, how you embody it. And the rest is history. Congratulations. You manifested. Amen.